About you?
Chilling.
Jesus. I literally thought today was fucking Sunday for a minute. Shit. What's up, everybody in the chat? Yeah, Tim. DJ Premier did say M.O.P was his favorite group to work with. You had a good day, bro?
Yep.
Appreciate that, Q. You ready for that Absol album next month?
Nope.
You said what?
Nope.
You said what?
I don't listen to. I don't. I stopped only listening to him like one time. Man.
Oh wow.
I think he's overrated.
Not overrated. I feel like Control System isn't one of his best albums, honestly.
Yeah, that's the only one listen to.
Yeah, I feel like these days suck though.
He ain't like it.
You got any more pickups to show or no?
Nah, not yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Dope review on Atlanta. Appreciate that, Ronnie. Sorry that took me forever to do. Mhm. You say you listen to Firing Squad. Yep, Firing Squad. That's probably my favorite album from them, honestly. And now I might need in my fucking collection though. Shit. Mhm. Ouch. Shit. I want to give my condolences to people who lost their lives in that fucking parade yesterday. And the other mass shooting that happened, I think in Illinois or some shit.
Mm, guess
So white people, man.
this shit is gonna keep happening.
Yeah, that I'm sorry, that nigga looks kind of ugly. That white motherfucker they arrested for that fourth. And they say he's in his mid-20s. That nigga looks like he's in his 30s and shit. I'm sorry.
30s, wow. They don't, white people don't age like us though.
They don't. Like his face literally made my skin crawl and shit.
It's crazy,
Jesus Christ.
crazy.
Q said favorite rapper to come from Atlanta. Um, Pretty much what Ronnie listed, honestly. You feeling all right?
Mm-hmm.
I think secret society people killing people anyway. This is keeping that best kept secret. Secret society. Illuminati got my mind, soul, and my body. Yeah, appreciate that, Q. I got a few more albums about the show after we review these albums and stuff too. So this is what I call the holy grail, if you ask me. You said Blood, Sweat, and Tears is your favorite record from M.O.P. Tim. That's what's up. Okay, let me edit this one thing and we about to start this bullshit. What's up, Christian? Ronnie said better lyricist and Master Ace or Coogee rap. Definitely Coogee rap for me.
Yo, what is up with all these motherfuckers hitting me up?
You said what?
Nah, I'm just looking at something.
Hmm. I think it was Rent and celebrated an anniversary recently and shit too.
Yeah, it was Saturday. We did a live about it.
Dope. Q said if I was a rapper, I'd be living in a Playboy mansion having a bunch of ladies. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Better make sure they're over age and shit. That's all I gotta say. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, you too? How's everyone doing this lovely Tuesday night? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Trial with me.
Yeah.
Before I start, hope everyone has hope everyone has a wonderful Fourth of July weekend and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys had a good cookout. Whatever y'all do to celebrate that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I mentioned before, I want to give my condolences to the people that lost their lives in that fucking stampede. I mean parade, mass shootings and stuff like that too and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mentioned shit's crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So today's gonna be like a double review slash part two of the collections and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to go through this like real quick and stuff like that. Not quick, quick. Well, I'm not trying to stay here till no past 12:15 and shit like that too. So the first album we're gonna talk about is M.O.P with their debut album To the Death. This dropped in 1994. I thought it dropped in 1993 for a fucking minute though, but that was just the first single that came out. And then we're also going to talk about Teflon's only album, My Will. This came out in 1997. What's good, Mike? How you doing? Jump on whenever you're ready too. You know what I'm saying? And since I don't actually have the To the Death album, I do have shit. Oh, my volumes are falling down. Ugh. I do have the How About Some Hardcore single, the 12-inch maxi single that came out in 1993 and shit like that too. So yeah, I'm on M.O.P heads. Y'all should know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, To the Death came out in 1994. This was released on Select Street Records. It came out with the singles How About Some Hardcore, Rugged Never Smooth, and To the Death Remix. Excuse me. Um, it was executive produced by both Ellie Lazy Lays and Silver D, and it was produced majority by DR Period. On my Trigger the Gambler head, y'all should know definitely about DR Period and shit too. You know, he produced Smooth the Hustlers, Once Upon a Time in America, which to me, that's an East Coast classic right there. We do have to talk about that album one day and shit too. Yeah, man. Finally talking about M.O.P. I know a lot of people have been asking me to talk about M.O.P over the years and stuff like that. I didn't have like any of their albums. I recently started getting a few albums from them. Like I know I got the Blood, Sweat, and Tears album. I got the Teflon album and shit like that too. So I even got the single of like I showed y'all. You know what I'm saying? But they're definitely one of my all-time favorite hip hop groups of all time. You know what I'm saying? Love the energy, the grittiness that they always bring. But you know how we always do. How did you get into M.O.P?
So it was 90, 93, 90 with how about some hardcore and I wasn't really a big fan of them yet though. It wasn't until like 96, because at that time everybody was trying to come out hard and trying to sound hardcore. I was like, fuck with these niggas. And I wasn't feeling them when they first came out. Like 96 when they came out with Firing Squad, that's what made me a fan. Cause to me their album was better. Primo just laced them. Downtown Swinger and Stick to Your Guns. World Famous was big. on the radio back then. Um, and then they just were like starting to do like a lot of features and you know they just every album they kept elevating. First Family for Life and Warriors, a classic. You know what I'm saying? The little mixtapes and the EPs that they would do. Um, they were doing. They got signed to Rockefeller, even though they didn't come out. I think Jay-Z dropped the ball with that. Um, they left Rockefeller, went to G Unit. 50 Cent dropped the ball with that. You know what I'm saying? But they were, even when that all that was going on, like they managed to still, maintain and drop heat no matter what era it was, and Fame, started producing, and Danzini was doing solo stuff, and they were great. You know what I'm saying? I seen them on tour actually. 2019 they killed it. They did a lot of they joints, Cold as Ice, and Annie Up. They exactly how they sound on record is exactly how they sound when you see them live. Like they screaming, they got their crew with them on stage, and they were just killing shit. And yeah, they managed to still do it. I know Fame lost a lot, but both of them actually lost a lot of weight. Like they've been working out and shit, and like they definitely Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? They're not discussed enough when it comes to hip hop duos, and they just put out real hip hop. They never tried to go commercial or mainstream and shit like that, and they just dope.
Yeah, definitely. To me, I actually got into M.O.P. really just by just hearing the Firing Squad albums first and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I heard I heard Anti Up, but I didn't know that they actually made a song. I heard that shit when I was young and stuff like that too. So yeah, man. And what you said, they definitely like one of the most like energetic. I've seen like live performances, of course, on YouTube. I haven't seen them actually live and live. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
yeah, they definitely went in and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? They definitely always, bringing that heat, bringing that energy and shit too. So, and yeah, you definitely want both G Unit and Rockefeller drop the ball on them and shit too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So yeah, so we're gonna start off M.O.P. They're pretty much a hip hop duo that consists of Lil Fame and Billy Danes. You know what I'm saying? They coming from Brownsville, Brooklyn. Originally, they actually pretty much they actually came from a gang. They actually a gang first known as like the Mash Out Posse. But what ended up happening was I want to say like Lil Fame's brother had got shot to death in his neighborhood, so they focused more on fucking hip hop music, and they pretty much wanted like to express their feeling on like through hip hop music, of course. You know what I'm saying? So they actually appeared in the Real That's Real compilation in 1992. The best way to describe that compilation, that was like their NWA and the Posse compilation and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because like that was the first time like they had like a lot of people in their crew and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I want to say Teflon also on that album and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. That compilation is very, very, very hard to come by as well too. So
all of this
um,
shit,
you said what?
all of this shit is hard to come by.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the compilation. It's $30 on Amazon, which
Hmm.
that's pretty reasonable compared to what I've seen it. Well, oh shit, it's cheaper on fucking Discogs. Okay, shit, all right. But yeah, man, that's pretty much some of the earliest recordings that you have from M.O.P. and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to 1993, they had dropped the single "How About Some Hardcore." But see, that song actually appeared on the House Party 3 soundtrack and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which y'all should know how I feel about House Party 3. Not as good as the first two house parties and stuff like that. Um, it's pretty decent. We definitely gotta do a house party breakdown one day.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
But only the kid and play house parties, not the other house parties and shit. Just to let
IMX
y'all know.
bullshit.
You said what?
IMX bullshit.
Right. Yeah, man. And so little trivia. That video for How About Some Hardcore, I think that was like the first music video that Hype Williams ever did, if I'm not mistaken and shit too. So with that success of the How About Some Hardcore, they actually got them a deal on Select Records on their street imprint, and so that's how they came out with this album. You know what I'm saying? Pretty. The album cover to me, I'm sorry, it looks half-assed to me. I'm sorry, like I just feel like they just pasted that picture together and shit like that too. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
when they were
Because
broke.
yeah, when they were dirt broke and shit.
Right.
All right, like I told y'all, we don't have the fucking album and stuff like that too. So yeah, we're just gonna get jump right straight to it. You know, this album got about um 15 tracks, couple of skits here and there. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this shit started. Track number one, Prime Time 17118. You know, nice way to start the album and shit like that too. You know, it's pretty much just them, you know, just screaming out quickly, you know, just letting them know where they're from and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it.
It was dope. Nice beat.
Yes. All right. Track number two we got is Rugged Never Smooth. One of their best songs in my opinion and shit like that too. Again, excuse me. Again, you know, just letting them know what they do. You know, they're on that hardcore kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely fuck with the song.
This is good. You know, love the beat, the bass line. You know, you got Fame saying, not if you was a gold digger. I'm a bad now. Let me chill. Your bill hold me down, nigga. Love the chorus. It's the man South Say, rugged never smooth. M.O.P on the move. Fire. They have like some of the best choruses when they do their thing, man.
I agree.
Definitely enjoyed it.
Track number three, Ring Ding. Um, this song was alright. You know what I'm saying? Not really one of my favorites and shit.
This was cool. I like the horns on it, the beat.
Right.
Yeah.
Track number four, Heist Masters. Very dope track right here. You know what I'm saying? With this one right here, you know, just talking about hustling in the streets, making money. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what they do to survive and shit like that too. You know, I feel like Billy definitely went in on this joint right here too. I fucking love it.
This was dope. Like the beat was knocking the bass line.
Definitely. Track number five, Blue Steel. Pretty solid song as well too. You know what I'm saying? But just talking about they packing heat. You know what I'm saying? Ready to show out. You know what I'm saying? I like the line when Lil Fame says, "Them niggas want to throw shots, I throw them back and lay them flat. So if you ever think of trying to get loose, I do your ass like Bishop did Raheem and Juice and shit." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Very dope wordplay, nice reference to Juice right there too. Pretty straight song.
Yeah, Blue Steel was like one of those first songs I heard from this album. This joint was fire. Love the bass line, the beat, the hi hats on it. You got Fame saying I'm representing for the real niggas. Fake moves, make moves. You fuck around, gotta kill niggas. Dope, dope track.
Yeah, very dope track indeed. All right. Next track we got is it's a skit called "Who is M.O.P." You know what I'm saying? Pretty cool skit. You know, nothing really to it and shit like that. Too. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah, I ain't give it.
Bad facts. All right. Next track we got is "To the Death." Love that fucking beat. Definitely one of DR's illest beats that he ever came out with and shit like that. Um, yeah, they both went in on this joint right here. You know what I'm saying? Like this is that vintage MOP that I fuck with and stuff too. So I fuck with it.
This This is dope. Had like a gangster type of beat to it. Nice bass line.
Right. Um, Truck number 8, Big Mal. Didn't care for this skit.
Nah.
Mm. All right. Truck number 9, Top of the Line. Um, this might be one of my top two favorite tracks off this album. I love those fucking horns that they came out with that track. You know, definitely had that grittiness and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you mentioned, the choruses is what really I love. The choruses on, and especially around this time and shit too. I love the line where Billy says, "Fatter than a fat bitch and madder than all hell." All right, partner, bitch, nigga, sucker, blow, y'all little punk motherfucker. I love that line and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Very ill, dope beat, classic.
Yeah, this is dope. Nice beat. Love the bass line on it.
Right. Alrighty. Next track we got is fucking "This Is Your Brain." Another skit I didn't really care for.
Nah. This
All
one.
right. Next track is "Drama Lord." Um, didn't really care for this track too much, honestly.
This is dope. It's solid. Nice beat.
Dope, dope. Next track is "Fad," "Fake Ass Gangster." Pre dope track. I feel like the last couple of tracks off this album, that's where it came out. Starting with this track,
Hmm.
pre dope track right here. You know what I'm saying? They start going, the fake rappers and shit like that. Act like they're hard. It's pretty much like they're suckers need bodyguards. That's the best way to put it and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love this track.
This is dope. Had like a real haunting melody. Nice beat.
Right.
Dancing. He's saying, nigga, I'll be your worst nightmare like I was Freddy. Definitely enjoyed that.
Yes. All right. Next track. How about some hardcore? This is actually my favorite track off this album, honestly. A nice way to kick off a career and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Get some of that blazing and shit too. This definitely was released in the whole East Coast Renaissance era and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Definitely came out. So I feel like both of them did their thing on this one and shit. I did give the slight nod to Billy. I love the punchlines he was doing on that fucking verse and shit like that too. So yeah, this track here, I feel like it's the hip hop classic in my opinion.
Go get your motherfucking hammer and act like you want drama. I sent a message
Yeah.
to your mama. Come on, man.
How about some hardcore? Yeah, you want it
Yeah, you like it
raw.
raw. Fire.
It's an anthem, man.
Classic right there.
All right. All right. Track number 14, Positive Influences. Another skit I didn't really care too much for and shit.
Yeah, I ain't care for that one.
Right. And the last track, Guns N' Roses. You know what I'm saying? Pretty dope track right here. You know what I'm saying? They're not talking about the rock group. They're talking about killing somebody and like going to their funeral and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Another solid dope track. One of my favorites off this album.
This is dope. I like the beat on it, the horns.
Definitely. All right, and that's it for To the Death. Overall, I'm gonna be quite honest. I like this album. I don't think it's a classic. I feel like they were still trying to like find their style with this one right here too. You know what I'm saying? Couple filler tracks here and there. Definitely feel like even though DR Pure did his thing with the beats, I definitely feel like some of the beats kind of sounded a bit too formulaic and shit too. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's not like a bad thing to say. 'Cause I felt like the last couple of tracks, that was definitely when they found their niche and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So I might give this 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it's a solid four. Got gritty production, rhymes. You know, about some hardcore, Rug Never Smooth, Guns N' Roses, Blue Steel. Those are my favorites.
Yes, yes. All right, now before we get to the Teflon, I'm gonna call my mom right quick before she goes to bed, so I'll be right back. Oh, y'all, I'm back.
All right.
Yeah, Mike, you can come on here now because I'm gonna do this one last album, show off this collection, and we good. All right, so 4 years after that, we're going to talk about Teflon with his 1997 underrated classic, in my opinion, My Will. This came out on Relativity Records and stuff like that on what was the date? June 3rd, 1997. It was under Blaze Entertainment under Relativity. This was produced by Ellie Lays, Uni, Big Jazz, yes, Jay Z's mentor, Nesto, Biggers, Gord, Jadon, David D.T. Tillman, Free Smith, and Fizzy Womack. Something's not right. Hold on. All these niggas cannot be on this 10-track album. Hold on. Something's not right. It's only 10 tracks. All these niggas cannot produce all this shit on this album, but
M.O.P is on there. They on there more than once.
yeah. I'm talking about production on the album and shit.
Oh,
Yeah, but yeah, M.O.P. Yeah, they were mostly the guest appearances and shit too. All right. So so you basically just got the Teflon by M.O.P. as well too, or
hmm?
so how did you get into Teflon?
Teflon, the same way, I guess. Lazy Lays, Teflon, all them cats.
Got you. Okay. All right. Just making sure. Just making sure. All right. Yeah, I basically just got into Teflon. Um. Same way I got the M.O.P. and shit like that too. Cause I know this album came out around the same time as Big Noid's episodes of Hustler, if I'm not mistaken, and shit too. And the difference with that album, this album pretty much feels more finished than that album and shit too. Cause some people want to compare both albums sometimes as well too. But I'll get more into that. From what I could find out about who Teflon is, he's pretty much like an affiliate of M.O.P. Like the same way Big Noid was to Mob Deep, that was the same way Teflon was to M.O.P. and shit, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? What was his first appearance? He appeared on the Firing Squad album, right? Like, I know he appeared on Firing Squad and shit. Yeah, he did appear on Firing. That was like the first appearance on Wax he ever done. You know what I'm saying? He appeared on like the title track, New Jack City. Yeah, those are the top two tracks he appeared on and shit too. So, that guy I'm loving the underground and stuff like that. So that's when he got signed to Relativity and dropped this record right here. Not a long story and whatnot too, but hey, I do what I gotta do and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, this is the album cover right here. Just to let you know, I do have the clean version of this album because this album is like rare as fuck and shit like that too. So I was just like, it's $5. I could do a clean version of this. Like fuck it. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's good, y'all?
Chilling.
Yeah, man, it's chilling, talking hip hop and shit like that. Vibing. Yeah, man. So yeah, well, the best way I like to describe this album is like late night driving music and shit too. Like this is like one of those albums I can just really listen to at night. Just the dark, gritty beat, the boom bap production, and whatnot too. So what the fuck? Oh, there's my phone. All right, so 10 tracks. Let's get this shit started. Track number one, Gotta Get Over. Pretty dope track right here. It's been said that Jazzo did this beat and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I might get some flack. He's a better producer than a rapper. I'm just gonna be real with y'all and shit. You know what I'm saying? After the album we review from him, I'm just like, yo,
That was bad.
stick to producer. Just stick to producer, man. Like,
Trash.
yeah, man. But yeah, he definitely did this. I love that fucking bass line, that sick bass line he did on this track right here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Just letting people know who the fuck he is. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love it.
This is dope. Had a nice beat, nice bass line. You got Teflon saying from rags to riches, lifestyle switches, firing squad. Worked hard for a while to get this. Nice beat to start the album off.
Definitely. Track number two, Shit Happens. My favorite track off this album, and to me, one of my personal favorite hip hop songs of all time and shit too. You know what I'm saying? This was produced by Jadon Biggest Gord and shit. It definitely is like a storytelling hip hop track. It tells a story about how he's in prison and stuff like that, and he's trying to call his girl. You know what I'm saying too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like the way the song was like did is like it starts off with that him calling his girl and then that beat building up and stuff like that too. And then he's just talking how the girl's like shiesty and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's like the time said shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens and stuff like that too. You know, the girls was pretty much on some shiesty shit. Fucked around, got him in fucking prison. You know what I'm saying? So I like the line when he says, "Hey yo, you ain't nothing but a wannabe. How could you love me for life and take flights from this? I catch it one, two, three, and then to top of that lie, and then on top of that lie, you lie. On top of that, you lie. I thought I could confide in you, not knowing the feelings inside of you died a long time ago." Like very, very, very dope line, very heartfelt and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much my favorite track off this whole album, honestly.
Shit is dope. Nice beat. Nice bass line. You got Teflon calling his girl up. See how his son is doing. He's telling his shorty, you know, he don't want no no other dudes around his son. He ends up hanging up on her. You know, he's saying I should have been cutting you loose, but sometimes when in love, brothers plug their ears from the truth. Yeah, that was dope. It's a dope song.
Definitely. Track number three, My Will. This was produced by M.O.P and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope track. This is that vintage M.O.P sound and whatnot too that I fuck with and love. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, yeah, definitely doing his thing on that one. You know what I'm saying? Just giving out his fucking love, showing love to his family. You know, shout out M.O.P and shit like that too. Represent where he comes from. I love it.
Yeah, it was dope. Nice beat.
Definitely. Track number five, Get Mine. Definitely one of my favorite songs off this album. You know what I'm saying? But this one right here is just talking about, hustling in the streets and shit like that too, doing what it takes to get over. You know what I'm saying? This features LaShonda Middleton and produced by Nesto and co-produced by Lays and shit too. So yeah, this one was a pretty solid joint. I fucking love this one.
This was dope. You know, it's real melodic. Nice beat on it. I didn't think the girl. I didn't care for the girl though. She couldn't sing. But Teflon. Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is this? Some ghetto chick that got off the street to do a chorus. It was not. She was bad. Um, Teflon saying, if you know how I feel, then you know now. Ain't nothing for sure. The world is a ghetto no matter where we go. But this was a dope song.
Yeah, very dope. Track number five, Rawness. Ooh. This was also produced by, I'm featured and produced by M.O.P and shit too. Definitely, again, did that thing on this one as well too. Definitely felt like Billy had the best verse, in my opinion. It's ironic how Billy called out Rockefeller. He said, "Now Jay Z, what if they don't free? Then I'm a Rockefeller to all my little G's holding still on parole." And ironically, they signed to Rockefeller years ago and shit too. So I found out that was kind of ironic and stuff.
And he ain't forget that line. He said, yeah, I ain't putting out none of y'all shit. And y'all motherfuckers gonna suffer on here. Like, while you got clowns like Memphis Bleak dropping albums,
Damn,
you know.
and getting verses and shit
Yep,
too.
this is dope. Right, you know what I'm saying? This nigga put out Bleak shit instead of M.O.P. I don't understand that. You know, but this is dope. This is a dope song. I like the chorus. Do you want the rawness? No doubt. Give it to me. Deliver it to me. Feel me. Love the chorus for that. Frame was dope on here. Listen here. A lot of niggas stand up. Quick clack. Keep them there. Fire joint.
Yes. All right. Track number six, Rise Up. Pretty dope track right here as well too. Nice beat by David DT Hillman and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, very dope and shit. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love this track. Nice wordplay and stuff too. Yeah.
That was dope. Nice beat.
Mhm. Track number 7. Nigga, what? Yeah, Tef definitely went in on this track. It's also featured and produced by M.O.P as well too. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much just going in, talking that street shit. You know what I'm saying too. Yeah, fucking dope shit. I love it.
This was dope. Like had a nice eerie melody to it, nice beat. Yeah.
Track number 8, My Planet. Um, it's an okay song. It's also this was produced by M.O.P. It definitely had a more different sound compared to what other shit that they produced on this album as well. So it definitely was a cool track. I think when they meant by My Planet, they were giving he was showing love to Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken, and shit like that too. So yeah, because it reminds me of that one track Gangstar did on Hard to Earn. I think they called it Planet as well too. Y'all might know what I'm talking about and shit.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, that was dope. Yeah, this is dope. It's a nice beat, nice bass line.
yes. Track number 9, Game of Life. Again, another solid joint off this album. This is produced by You and I. You know what I'm saying? Game of Life again, taking the talking about the hustling and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, pretty dope track right here. I love it.
Keep your eyes on the prize, cause the name of this game of life is to survive, recognize. Love that joint. That was the nice how nice beat and pianos on it.
That joint fire.
Yeah.
All right. And the last track, Off the Hook, very dope joint right here. You know what I'm saying? That's off and the album off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just did his thing on this track right here. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, this is dope. Nice beat.
Yes. All right. Overall, this is an underrated album when it comes to hip hop, in my opinion. This album to me did not get its just due. Even to this day, does not get its just due. I don't know if M.O.P fans know about this album or not, but yeah, this album to me definitely had that late night cruising kind of music and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Yes, like I said before, I got the clean version. It don't fucking matter and shit like that. Cause I've seen this album go for like $50 online and shit like that too, which is fucking crazy. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yeah, this album to me, I'm gonna give this a 5 mic. This is an underrated classic in my opinion.
It was good. I like the production, some songs. Yeah, I give it 3.5.
Definitely. All right. So about 10:55. I'm gonna show the rest of these albums. Mike's gonna show the rest of his collection and shit like that too. Yeah, this is what I like to call the holy grail right here and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Uh, I might get some flack for this album. I'm gonna show y'all and shit like that because I know some people that fucking love this album. I know some people that dislike this album as well too. And it's Kanye and Jay Z with "Watch the Throne." This came out in 2011 on Rockefeller and shit like that. I don't know if y'all can see it. This came out on Rockefeller and shit too. This is their only collab album, and I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't think we'll ever get a Watch the Throne 2, so you might just enjoy this while it lasts. Um, my opinion, it's a very dope album and shit like that too. This album came out when I was in fucking high school and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause I remember it was originally supposed to have been an EP, a 5 song EP, but then they just wanted to do a whole album and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Single I was known for, Ham. That was like the promotional single and stuff like that too. I remember when that song came out. A lot of people did not like that song when it came out and shit too. But then they changed their minds when Otis came out. Then Lift Off, which I fucking hate that song. Niggas in Paris, another song I kind of got very tired of and shit. Like ding ding, ding ding, ding ding. I got so oh my god, I got so fucking tired of that song. They kept fucking playing that shit, and then I think they performed that shit in Paris like 40 times
Yeah,
straight and some shit. I'm like, come on, really? Track number 5. I mean,
yeah, they
they
best
got
song.
Why I Love You, Gotta Have It, and No Church in the Wild. Yo, this whole fucking album to me, it definitely had some of the best production, some of Jay Z and Kanye's best songs. Like, personally, I like songs like "That's My Bitch." That was one of my favorites. "No Church in the Wild," "Love Nice" way to start the album. I think this is the standard version.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is the standard version I got. The only song I really didn't like from the standard version, honestly, was "Lift Off" with Beyonce. You guys should know I'm not a big fan of whenever J and B does like a lot of music together, and that's no fucking different and shit too. So, Welcome to the Jungle was one of Swiss Beats' best beats he's ever done. Yes, I fucking said it, and y'all know how I feel about Swiss Beats too and shit too. But yeah, man, definitely expect a review on this album very, very, very soon. Try, you're gonna be happy next time, my God. It's from one of your favorite singers and shit.
oh boy.
Um,
R.I.P.
uh, it's Tony Braxton with the Libra album.
Tony Braxton. Okay.
Yeah, this album came out in 2005 on Blackground and shit like that. Um, yeah, a very rare album. Um, this album, she did this out after she had left Arista Records and shit too, because I think she felt like they weren't promoting More Than a Woman, which was the 2002 album, very underrated album if you ask me. So she had signed to Blackground Records, which that was owned by Aaliyah's uncle and stuff like that too. This album was known for singles like "Please," "Trippin'," "That's the Way the Love Works," "Take This Ring," "Love That Fucking Record," "Suddenly," and "The Time of Our Lives." Um, yeah, man, this was a very, very, very underrated album in my opinion. When this album had came out, pretty much it did numbers, but since the thing with Blackground Records, a lot of the releasing Blackground Records did not went quickly out of print because fucking Aaliyah's uncle, what's his name, Barry Hankinson, was that not really promoting a lot of the albums and stuff like that too, and it got crazy because like she actually sued him in 2007 because of the fact that he owed her money like at least $10 million and stuff like that too because he was one of the main ones that he offered to help out after she was leaving Arista Records. But then what ended up happening was like, even though she had signed a multi-album deal, this was the only album. This was the only album that really came out from that deal and shit too. And this album went quickly out of print, and it's crazy too because they recently put the Blackground catalog on streaming, like I think about a couple months ago too, and stuff like. Because that's why for a while you cannot find Aaliyah's albums, JoJo's 2005 album. I want to say Timbaland also had an album on Blackground and shit too and stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, Ronnie. She was also going through lupus around this time as well too. So, yeah, man. Definitely a very solid album if you ask me. It's not touching the first 3 albums, honestly, but I might put this might be my fourth or fifth favorite album she's ever done and stuff like that too. It's still sealed up and shit too, which is very surprising and stuff too, because like the album has been so sought after and shit like that too. I surprised they actually made some new copies of this recently and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Um, But yeah, like I said, they act like I said before, when Barry Angerton rebranded Blackground Records, they actually put all the Blackground Entertainment albums on streaming and shit too. So if y'all can find this album in the stores, must have in your collection. Must have in your collection for my Tony Braxton heads. All right, it's on you, Mike.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to show off is it's one of my favorites from Eddie Murphy. I think it's probably like my top 100 movies of all time. It's the 1988 classic Coming to America, and this one I got on 4K. And um, I, you know what, like back then, like movies like that really hasn't really been done before, so to speak, where you have Eddie Murphy on Senior Hall playing like multiple characters and stuff, and then you have like one scene cameo appearances by Cuba Gooding Jr. and Samuel L. Jackson, notably. But yeah, this is like one of the best movies of the '80s, and this is one of Eddie Murphy's best movies, like of all time.
I agree.
And you said what?
I agree.
And this one, Reg, this is your favorite,
Oh
Taxi.
Lord.
Oh Lord.
Taxi.
Oh yes,
Yeah. Now,
yes.
I have seasons one through I believe I have all the seasons. I can't find season five. I can't find the last one. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? But once you when you first said that you were gonna like review Taxi, like I wanted to like just go out and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
you
they have some like episodes like on YouTube and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what? Let me find a whole series and let me just go ahead and get it. But my introduction to like Taxi, so to speak, is I used to watch this when I was little, and it used to come on like I believe it was like one of those Canada stations. I remember it was Taxi, and then Dear John came out after.
oh God, another one I never even
So
care for.
um, I wanted to like just relive this like whole series, and the cast, even the cast here is awesome. So yeah, Reg, because of you, now I own the whole series of Taxi now.
you see how I influence people? Try.
Reg likes the most boringest shit ever. I swear.
Whoa,
Dear John. Yo, Dear John was garbage also.
Oh
whoa,
Lord,
whoa, hold on. Wait a
How do
minute.
how do
Wait a
how do you
minute.
like
wait,
that show? How do you
you
don't
Dear
said
like
Dear
that
John
John,
show?
was
that was a
garbage?
How do you
jewel.
like that show?
Judd Hirsch was amazing in that role. What you talking
Judd Hirsch
about?
was amazing in
Yeah,
that show.
Judd Hirsch was one of
Oh
the
my
greatest
God.
actors, man. Come on
Oh
now.
my Lord.
that
What
that
was he
was like
watching, Reg? I want to like go back in time to when Reg was small and he was watching this shit. What was he watching when he was 6 years old?
Well, I actually started watching Dear John years ago when it was on antenna TV and shit. Taxi, I watched when I was younger and shit. But by Sunday, you would respect Taxi by Sunday and shit.
so.
You
Okay,
think so,
so Reg, you like Dear John?
Yeah, I like Dear John.
I liked it.
The theme song was depressing as fuck.
Very,
Yeah, yeah,
very.
I ain't gonna
Dear
hold.
John,
I ain't gonna hold.
Dear John.
I ain't gonna hold you though. Like I like it at times. I ain't gonna lie. Like whenever that theme song come on, I be bumping it. I be bumping to
You
that
be
for some
bumping it.
reason.
Dude, yeah.
I ain't gonna
It
hold
should,
you.
it, it should be called Screw You, John. Screw you, John.
Oh
I
my
left
Lord.
you for your best friend now. You're sad as a cow. Life goes on.
Yo.
I was like, that theme song was so fucking, it was so petty, but it was so sad at the same time.
Right,
Oh
Lord.
god.
Wow.
But yeah, man. They don't make
Uh,
TV like that no more. I tell you.
hell, not even close.
And
Not
speaking
even
of
close.
TV, they don't make shows like this no more either.
Oh Lord, the best cop show
Oh,
ever.
yep,
Yeah.
facts.
Um, this is a New York undercover. This is the hip hop soundtrack and
Dope.
stuff like that. It came out in '95 because they came out with two soundtracks. The Night at Natalie's, which we talked about and stuff too. Um, so glad I got my hands on this album and shit too. This has songs like Mary J. Blige's version of "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman," which I want to say that's on a special edition of the My Life album or something like that. Tell Me What You Like with Guy. Guy was supposed to have came out with an album in the mid '90s, but drama. They didn't get up without that fucking drama.
They came out with that terrible third album later.
God damn it! Don't even get me started. um, Lost Boys, Jeeps, Les Coupes, Beamers, and the Benz. This is a slightly different version than the one on Legal Drug Money and shit like that too.
Mm.
I think yeah. Um, we got Shantae Moore Inside My Love. I'll Be Sure, Erase the Days, Come Home. Like this is like if I'm all my mid '90s R&B and hip hop heads, this album is definitely for you. If you guys pretty much need to check the review out, we did a dope review on this, like 3 hours fucking long and shit like that, but you're
What?
not gonna regret it. It's New York on the cover, the hip hop soundtrack. This album is actually out of print. And yeah, they finally put this on Prime right after we talked about it. Ironic.
Come on, Dick.
Right after we talked about it. They're like, you know what? Let's
Release
just
the
put this on
reboot.
there. You said
Release
what?
the reboot. Release the reboot, Dick.
That reboot's never coming out, man. I'm sorry. That shit's
Need to
never
release
coming
it.
out. All right, next album. So for all my funk black exploitation motherfuckers, it's James Brown with Black Caesar soundtrack. This came out in 1973. Very, very, very dope album. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen the Black Caesar movie and shit too. You know what I'm saying? But this album has one of my favorite James Brown songs, "Down and Out in New York City." Oh my fucking god, that shit is my one of my favorite James Brown songs ever. And shit too. It also has the single "Mama Feel Good." That was like a Lynn Collins song right there. Um, also has another dope song. A couple dopes like the Boss, which everybody has sampled that shit. Most notably Ice T for you played yourself. Mama's Dead. Another dope song and shit like that too. Yeah, man. One of James Brown's best albums from the '70s, in my opinion, and shit too. Must have in your collection if y'all can find it. It's on you, Mike.
All right. All right. So this next one, and I like this one. I'm I end up getting well. Okay, I take this back. I liked probably the first couple of seasons of this show, but once it got like after a while, it was just like, man, it's whatever. It is one day at a time, the complete
Now
series.
this is a great show.
I got that too.
This is a
D-
good show.
You got this one too?
Yeah, it's not better than Taxi though, but it's good.
Justice
Oh
for
yeah, no,
Taxi.
hell
Come on now. Come on now.
I mean, this. I'm gonna be honest with you. This show has some issues. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like,
Oh god.
some shows have some issues. Like some episodes that I just question. You know what I mean? But yeah, this one I thought this was a pretty dope show, but yeah, like you said, Reg, it's not better than Taxi and stuff like that. But I ended up getting the whole series all because I wanted to like revisit it and just like watch it. But I don't know. I mean, I guess wow, this went up to like season 9. Okay, so
Mhm.
yeah, I got plenty of binge watching of this to do. And
Valerie Bertinelli saved that show. Without her, that shit would have been canceled a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah, Valley Bertinelli. I think yeah, she made that show. Like otherwise, I don't know. Without her, like would have lasted as long as it did.
Mm-mm.
No.
They would have canceled it as soon as Mackenzie went off. They would have canceled
Shut up, ma.
All right. So
Woo-wee.
this next one, the movie being the Ricardos didn't do this any justice,
it. Mm.
but after watching that movie, I decided to get the whole series of I Love Lucy, the
Yes. Now
complete
this is a
My
show.
series.
my
This is a
second
classic
favorite
show
show
right
next to
here.
Taxi.
This is a classic show right here.
Yeah.
This like there's like so many like memorable episodes, and I used to watch this growing up and stuff. My mom used to love it,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. Like I said, you know what? Like I wasn't gonna own it at first, but then I'm like, you know what? Like, man, I might as well just go ahead and own it. Like I used to, like I will watch occasionally. I will watch clips of this show, but I'm like, let me go ahead and let me get it. And plus, I got it for a pretty cheap price. I got this like literally 40% off at Barnes and Noble.
Oh,
Yeah, man. You see what I inspired, Try?
no, he bought classics. I Love Lucy and One Day at a Time. He didn't mention mediocre shit like Taxi.
He bought Taxi and shit too. That's a
Yeah, you bought
classic.
Taxi. I don't know why you bought that, but get a refund.
Hey, that's a good show. I don't know.
You know how many Emmy nominations it won? I mean, it got off.
Oh, oh, gee.
You know how many
I think
careers it
Some
started?
some of the boringest shit get fucking Oscars and Emmys don't mean it's good.
I think
I mean,
Danny DeVito alone got like so many Emmy nominations.
he did.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what you have to say about Andy Kaufman for Sunday and shit. Mike.
Oh yeah, Andy Kaufman. Yeah. Yup.
Hell, I'm watching Taxi right now and shit. Mm.
I bet.
Oh
I bet
Lord.
you are.
So this might be the widest album I ever have in my collection.
The whitest album, really?
The widest album I ever have in
Compared
my
to
collection.
Metallica and fucking Velvet Underground and all that.
Well, how white can you get with Journey?
Oh Lord,
Oh
Yeah,
wow. You said
that's like
Journey?
at the top of the
yeah,
white meter.
Journey.
Yes.
You said what?
That's at the top of the white meter for you.
At the top of the white meter.
Yeah.
Chill out.
All right. So yeah, yes, y'all. I do fuck with Journey. Yeah, I do
Yes.
fuck with Journey and shit. Only with Steve Perry. Only with Steve Perry.
Mm.
So yeah, this Journey Escape. This came out in 1981. Um, this was known for singles like "Who's Crying Now," "Don't Stop Believing," which
Don't
that's like the
stop
karaoke anthem
believing.
and shit like that. Just a small town girl. Yo, every time I go to karaoke bars, they
Shit.
always play this fucking song and shit like that too. Which I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Um, Open Arms, Still They Ride, and Stone in Love. Um, I never disliked Journey and shit like that, but I'm always questioning myself, what is it about the group that makes people so crazy and shit? You know what I'm
The
saying?
hair.
Like
It's the hair.
the what?
The hair.
It wasn't the hair. I
No.
mean, nah, it was just like they were just one of those groups that no matter who race, people just loved like either Open Arms, Don't Stop Believing, and shit like that, songs like that, and then other songs from their fucking captured album that they also no not captured, the one that they came after Escape, Frontiers album and shit too. And then yeah, they were just like one of those groups like I loved, I have nothing. I don't dislike them, but then white people go crazy over Journey. Like when I say go crazy, I mean they go fucking crazy. Um, expect a review on this soon. Not now though, but you said what?
I hope I'm high by the time you do
Like I have other rock albums I gotta get to before this one, but this is
that.
Journey Escape. One of the best selling albums of all time too. You know what I'm saying? I always love this album cover.
Anywhere you want it.
That's the song I was thinking about. Any way you want it.
And
Yeah.
you know why? Because it's been put in like 80s movies and TV and shit. People remember that,
Facts.
you know.
Hold on. Any way you want it. That's the way you need it.
I'll stay with my Culture Club and Tears for Fears. Thank you very much.
Oh, fuck Tears of Fears, man. Shit. Q said Journey is overhyped. Man, Q, get out of here.
He know. Come on, man. Why you
Get out
even
of
read
here.
that? Why
Don't,
you even read it?
nigga, don't do this. No.
Why you read that?
I literally said this is like the whitest album I ever owned and shit.
Ignore the chat. You gotta ignore the chat sometimes, yo.
I do. I just like to read shit. I like to read shit for
I don't
catching my
read what they
attention.
put, man. Niggas sound crazy.
I don't
I
think
gotta
it's
go back.
overhyped.
I gotta go back to the Black People with Sade with the Lovers Rock album.
Oh, now you talking. Okay, let's
Woo!
go.
Yeah, I gotta go back to the Black
Yes.
People with this one.
Classic album right here.
Mm,
I agree.
mm.
Very underrated album, in my opinion. All I'm missing is Soldier of Love and that Sweetback album and shit, and I'll be good. This came out 8 years. Yes, I repeat, 8 years after Love Deluxe. The singles came out with By Your Side and King of Sorrow. Around this time, she had pretty much gave birth to a child around this time. And also she had just taken a break from the music industry. And people thought that she was going through drugs. People thought that she was going through depression. But she literally just focused on her own self and shit like that. It wasn't anything like that. And shit too, you know what I'm saying? And so when it came to like when it came to this album, it pretty much had like a more fully warm texture compared to like what's the album that came out in '92? Love Deluxe and shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Because this album pretty much it was like a more like melodic kind of album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? We reviewed this album, right?
I think we
Yeah,
did
we
all
did.
our albums. Yeah.
Yeah, we did all the albums except for
Yeah.
Soldier of Love, except for
So
that
love
one.
me, yeah.
Yeah, and she actually got a few Grammy noms with this one. Like she got a Grammy nominated for Grammy Pop Vocal Album in 2002. But you know what we got to do? We got to find out who won that year.
Um,
Oh, actually, she did win that. Oh, she won that
yeah,
album.
she
Okay.
won. It wasn't Beyonce.
Well, Beyonce didn't drop nothing. She was
Oh,
Destiny. She was still in Destiny's Child and shit. But she beat out Nelly Furtado's "Whoa Nelly," trash. Janet Jackson's "All for You," dope.
oh wow.
Elton John's "Songs from the West Coast," never heard it.
Nah.
And the overhyped, the real overhyped, NSYNC with "Celebrity."
Oh lord.
Talk about Journey's overhyped shit. But you
I
got a
call
Mario.
bullshit on that.
You,
Exactly.
you got a Mario on albums and shit.
Fucking
Chill
Mariah
out.
albums and shit. Touch.
Oh shit. All right, but she also got nominated for Best Female R&B, Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. But for By Your Side, but she ironically lost to Nelly Furtado with "I'm Like a Bird," where
Never heard that
she
song.
beat out also Faith Hill's "There You'll Be," Janet Jackson's "Someone to Call My Lover," and Lucinda Williams' "Essence" was also nominated. So yeah, man, very 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 dope album and shit too. Must have in your fucking collection. And I believe this album's actually out of print.
Yes. Great
Well,
album.
all right. So this next one I have, this has like Quentin Tarantino written all of it. Well, he wrote this movie, but he for once didn't direct this movie because it kind of has that Quentin Tarantino vibe. This is the 1993's classic Tony Scott film, True Romance.
Never
Stars
seen it.
Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken.
Nice.
Now, I've seen bits and pieces of this movie, and I'm glad that Arrow Video came out with the 4K of this.
Mhm.
And I wasn't really gonna get it at first, but then I'm like, well, let me go ahead and like collect as many like classics and stuff like that as possible before, in case if it goes out of print and stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, this is like a cult classic, and this is like one of those movies that you could tell like it's kind of it kind of has that Quentin Tarantino vibe. It kind of has that Reservoir Dogs slash a hint of like Pulp Fiction and stuff. Even though Pulp Fiction came out the next year after this, but it just kind of has that vibe. So it's a pretty from what based on what I've seen, it's a pretty solid movie.
Oh yeah.
Now, this next one, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will agree that this is a classic, and this is a 4K steelbook, collectible steelbook of the first Space Jam.
Nice.
Now, I've heard the second one with LeBron James. I heard that was trash.
That was bad.
Trash.
That
Yeah,
was bad.
Dog doo.
yeah,
They
and
just wanted to cash in and put LeBron in the film. That's all.
I might have saw probably 2 seconds worth, and LeBron James acting is just
He's
it's
bad.
just so atrocious. It's just
Yeah, he's terrible.
like, what the hell is he doing in this movie? Like, honestly, they should have just left it alone because this movie has a pretty nice soundtrack too, and um,
Yeah, the soundtrack is good.
yeah, I'm glad that Best Buy, like I got this from Best Buy, and I'm glad that they have this again. Well, I was kind of sort of trying to find it, but when when it first came out, like it, I was like, I'm skeptical of getting it, but then it's like, as soon as I saw it again, I was like, all right, let me go ahead and get it before it goes out of print.
Yeah, man. Stay away from Space Jam 2 and shit. That shit.
Trash.
Once they started rapping to Flavor in your ear, I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Oh Lord.
All right.
uh,
Where I put those albums at? Shit.
that shit was bad.
This nigga like, are we rapping now?
Yeah, Don Cheadle did that film for a check. That's really why he did that.
He did. I gotta go back to the white people.
Oh boy.
Um, this is an album that got a lot of hate when it came out. I don't know why though, but I fucking love it. It's U2 with Rattle and Hum soundtrack.
Mm.
This came out in 1988. My opinion, I might get a lot of flack for this. I like this better than Joshua Tree.
Oh boy.
I
I
like
guess
the
the YouTube
way.
fans are gonna start rioting now.
Yeah, because like YouTube fans, they don't fucking like Rattle. I can understand why they went a
I
bit
mean,
more jazzy with this one, get more gospel, but songs like Angel of Harlem, When Love Comes to Town, Desire, come the fuck on.
yikes.
Come the fuck on and shit like that. Like that was some of the best shit YouTube has ever done. This movie was supposed to be like it's like a documentary based on like a Joshua Tree tour. But a lot of rock fans did not like this album because they felt like YouTube was trying to put themselves in the same wavelength as some of these other rock legends that they claim that they were influenced by and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But YouTube have always gave love to like BB King and other artists on this fucking album as well too. But when Elvis wants to do his shit, you know what I'm saying? When Elvis wants to do his shit, that's a whole different thing and stuff too. But I'm gonna leave that conversation right there. and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Attack the motherfuckers from Ireland or wherever these cats are from and shit.
Facts.
But yeah, man. This might actually next to. I want to say it's maybe my second favorite YouTube album because I like it. To me, it's Atong Baby, this album, Joshua Tree, then Zeropa, and then probably throwing Unforgettable Fire. I'm not gonna lie, YouTube they have some heat though. I'm not the biggest YouTube fan though, but they have some fucking heat and shit too. So I got this for 95 cents, so I couldn't deny it, and
Wow, 95
I
cents.
pretty
That's
much
that's a
got
steal.
Wow.
yeah, cause
Okay.
with YouTube they always sell albums like $10 and up, but Edward McKay. Shout out to Edward McKay in Greensboro, by the way. That's why I got all those R. Kelly albums for cheap, by the way, and shit too. So
Yeah.
you know, the,
Shout out to
Edward
him.
McKay, they be having the heat though for like 25 cents, 50 cents and shit. I mean, classic album I've been trying to look for years and shit. So
That's great.
yeah, so definitely got to talk about some YouTube in the future.
I like Zeropa.
Zeropa is dope. I love Zeropa. Sam said,
We didn't do the review for that yet, right?
well, because I've been getting like a lot more YouTube albums lately. Like I got
Mm,
Unforgettable Fire, Joshua Tree, Zeropa, Audong Baby, this album, and Pop and stuff like that too.
okay.
So I
Dope.
think I have enough to start a YouTube discography breakdown. But as for the earlier albums, I want to get my hands on the earlier albums before I talk about those and shit. So I'll say what I have to say about those. I gotta go back to the Black People. Um,
Yes.
Sam said the first four YouTube albums are my favorite. I can't argue about you about that,
Come back.
especially with
Come back home.
you said what?
Come back home.
Yeah, man. I got a few more white. I got a few more white people and shit too and shit. So,
Are you trying to tell us something here, Reg?
so what?
Are you trying to tell us something here?
Nah, man. I just like rock music and shit. Besides, it was on some sales and shit too. So I was like, fuck it.
Right.
I gotta treat myself and shit sometimes too. Okay, I know a lot of people love this album from this particular artist, but I have a few issues with this. It's Mariah Carey's Music Box.
Classic.
This came out in 1993. You said it's a
You have,
classic.
you have issues with this album?
I don't care for this album.
What? So why'd you get it?
To complete my fucking collection. Besides, it was like fucking $5 and shit.
Oh my lord.
I don't dislike the album fully. I just have a few
Well,
issues
you
with
don't
it.
like it either, so where are you with it?
I feel like I said, I feel like Glitter is better than this one. It's just
Glitter is not better than this album.
sue me.
Oh my
I feel like
god.
don't get me wrong. I like certain songs. Okay. Let me come back to earth. All right, before the Mariah fans get at me and shit. All right. So when it comes to this album, like I said, I have a lot of Mariah. This is actually the last Mariah album I got from this batch and shit like that too. This album is known for singing like Dream Lover. Fucking
Classic.
hate that song to this day.
What?
Fucking
That
hate
record
that
is
song.
phenomenal.
Dream Lover. I hate the video. I hate the garden. I hate the happy feeling. Ugh.
That's what people do when they in
Hero.
love.
When I'm in love, I fuck when I'm in love. I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm
man.
sorry. I don't dance around with them. I don't dance around with overalls and some flowers and I don't do
You're
all
not,
that fucking shit.
you're not gonna wear stonewashed jeans and some Pumas.
Nah, I don't fuck with Pumas. Nah. I'm not I'm a Nike motherfucker. I'm
You're
Adidas.
Nike. Okay.
I'm street I'm way up this bitch. I'm Adidas and shit. I'm Nike and shit. I don't fuck with Pumas.
That cat
I'm
should be laughing at
Converse.
you right
I
now.
fuck with Converse over Pumas and shit.
That cat laughing at you right now.
You said what?
I said that cat is laughing at you right now, Reg.
I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna disrespect your cat, man. I'm not gonna disrespect your cat. Hero. I'm so tired of Hero as well.
Classic ballad.
It's a good ballad. I just go so tired. She had better ballads and shit. I'd rather listen to
Ma-
One Sweet Day over Hero. Fuck
Mariah
it.
could kill a lot of artists with any of those ballads.
Right, including Elvis.
Yeah.
Without You and Anytime You Need a Friend. Yeah, man. This was like the first album she was working with cats like Babyface. She was working with CNC, Robert Seville's, and David Cole, CNC Music Factory. You know what I'm saying? So why don't I like this album compared to other ones and shit like that? Well, honestly, I felt like it was kind of watered down compared to like the first two albums. My least favorite album from the Tommy Mottola era and shit too. Like, and it's crazy because this is actually her best selling album and shit too.
Mm.
That's crazy. I always thought it was a Christmas album. I'm sorry, I thought it was a
Right?
fucking Christmas album and shit. And it's crazy because Dream Lover got nominated for best female pop vocal performance and shit too. It lost to fucking Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You."
What?
Hero got nominated the next year. It
How
lost
did
to
they lose to
Sheryl
Whitney?
Crow.
What?
You said what?
How did they lose to Sheryl Crow?
I can hear you.
How did they lose to Sheryl Crow?
Well, that all I want to do. That track go hard. What you talking about?
Yeah. Over Mariah? What the fuck?
I mean, Sheryl Crow's first album. That y'all niggas be sleeping on Sheryl Crow and shit. You know.
Because she no good. That's why we slept on her.
Chill, yo. Okay, now y'all going way too.
She was a
Shit,
backup
but
singer for Michael Jackson. Like she wasn't great. Zahida Garrett was better.
okay, she was a backup singer for Angela Winbush was a backup singer for Stevie Wonder and shit too.
Yeah, she was better.
Denise Williams was a backup singer for Stevie. So what you saying?
Well, you don't like Denise 80s stuff though.
Okay, so what's your point?
My point is Sheryl Crow was okay. She wasn't good.
Her '90s stuff. We're gonna stick her '90s stuff and shit.
All I wanna do is have some fun.
That's some fun.
That shit.
I gotta feel it. I like the intro. I love that intro to that song and shit like that, man. Man. Let me get back to the black people, bitch.
Just continue to talk shit about Mariah's album.
Hold on, wait a minute. I got the Emotions album and the Unplugged album, and people talk more shit about Emotions than this album.
Why? That was a great album also.
Exactly. Fuck. Give me Emotions
so
over this fucking piece of
they
shit.
They prefer
man.
pop Mariah over hip hop Mariah. I don't know.
But yeah, we might have a Mariah Carey festival. We might have a Mariah Carey week and shit.
We already did that. We already had the breakdown like a couple years ago.
Yeah, but since I got the albums, I want to do full album reviews and shit. You know.
Oh, okay.
I think I got all the '90s albums from Mariah, except for the Christmas album. But
including
I can get that anytime. You said what?
You got Glitter over the Christmas album?
Mike, show what you got to show, Mike.
Oh Lord.
Glitter is a classic.
God.
Oh Lord.
You're the only person I heard ever say that.
Okay, fine. Fuck it. Shit, I'll be the only person this shit.
Glitter.
Wait, what's a classic now?
Glitter?
The Glitter soundtrack.
Glitter. I beg to differ.
The movie.
Not the movie, the soundtrack. Not the movie, the soundtrack.
I still beg to differ.
That soundtrack was that good.
Oh
man.
my!
The only one I heard.
That might be the first. Since y'all want to talk so much shit, that might be the first Mariah review we might do and shit.
Oh Lord. Why are everything else that she has?
Y'all want to talk so much fucking shit.
Nobody's gonna watch that.
I don't give a. Ronnie, Glitter is
Like 5
overhyped.
people watching that.
You know what, Ronnie? Y'all can suck my asshole. Y'all can suck my asshole.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Y'all can suck my asshole. Shit.
Glitter's soundtrack is underrated?
Nah.
Yes.
Hell no.
Oh,
That
Lord.
she was funky as hell on that album. What the fuck y'all talking about, man? Shit. Oh my, that was her vocal peak, Mariah. Damn.
Her vocal peak? That
Yes, vocal peak.
Emancipation was her vocal peak.
I'm not gonna argue with
Her
that.
last great album. That was her last great album.
Shit, damn.
She ain't dropped nothing great since 2004.
Lord.
Come on, man. Shit. Give me the Turn You On cover. Don't Stop Funkin' for Jamaica with Mystical.
Sunset Park is an underrated soundtrack.
Who?
Sunset Park. That's an underrated soundtrack.
I gotta hear that soundtrack again.
Fire.
You don't like Taxi. You don't like the Glitter soundtrack. What are we gonna do with you, man?
I don't know, man. just different.
What are you gonna do with you?
Oh Lord, that's y'all funny.
Y'all gonna hate me for these next albums and shit. Fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think you bought this shit on purpose. You bought this stuff.
No, I
you
did
know
not.
what it is.
Wow.
Did,
I did not buy this on purpose.
did you buy Eddie Murphy's album, Reg?
No, I did not. I
No,
told
you
you I
have no
bought
Eddie Murphy albums. Okay,
I only got the stand up comedy albums and shit.
okay.
I was close to getting it, but I picked something better and shit.
Did you buy any crappy Lupe Fiasco albums like Moonwalker or Moonflower was actually?
No, I told you those Lupe Fiasco albums was a gift.
Shit. I would have sold them.
Shit. Let me just watch Taxi in peace and shit. Fuck.
Sure. Low key,
It's on
I
you,
might
man.
watch. Low key, I might watch a couple episodes of that tonight, probably. So this next one is this is a 1984 classic. Great movie, great soundtrack. Footloose.
Yes.
I hate that movie.
Great film.
What? No way. No.
I hate dancing movies. I hate.
Oh come on. Oh come on.
Was it Mariah dancing in glitter?
I never saw the movie.
Oh,
I just
you
got
never
the
saw the movie?
soundtrack.
Oh,
I never saw the
Oh.
movie. I just got the soundtrack.
Wow.
It's a difference.
Oh Lord. Okay, so officially Reg's favorite movie, Footloose.
Yeah.
uh, dope soundtrack, dope casting, dope story, good, great story, and it's not well the movie itself. It ain't really all about dancing, but I mean, hell, I'll take this over like any like dance movie now and any musical now, like literally. But I saw okay now. I saw the now. You probably guys probably already know, but they remade this movie back in like 2011. I actually saw it and I actually enjoyed it. But I like this one much better because of the nostalgia and stuff like that. But yeah, this is like a must own in your collection.
They did a reboot for this? I never even heard of
Um, you said what?
They did a reboot for Footloose?
Yeah, they did a remake of Footloose back in 2011.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you up. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? But I thought the first one I thought it's always better.
Hmm.
But I did like the remake though.
Wow.
So this next one is a sequel and it stars Tom Cruise. This is Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
That was good.
I love the first one. I'm honestly I haven't seen this one yet.
Hmm.
But Tom Cruise like right now he's killing it at the box office with the especially with that new Top Gun and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I haven't seen this one yet, but I feel like this is gonna be as good as the first one. But the first one I really enjoyed. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh,
All right. Now time to try off some orange shit.
oh man. What you got now that I don't like?
Well, you like this band and shit.
I like the band? Okay.
Okay. We did a recent review on this one and shit. Not on this album, but on the artist is Cream with their last album. Well, I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Goodbye, Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce. This came out in 1969. You like Cream? Try.
Was that the psychedelic band you told me?
Yeah,
That
Sunshine of Your Love,
Yeah.
Strange Groove, all that shit.
They were cool. Yeah, they were good.
Okay. Finally, a white people or somebody white that try like.
I mean, I'm not rushing out to get their albums. They were okay. You know.
I can respect that. Okay. So where do I begin with this one? Okay, so this was supposedly their last album, but I consider Wheel of Fire more of a final album than this one. I feel like at that time these guys were like, I mean, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker were arguing a lot with each other, and they pretty much wanted to disband after their final tour in concert at the Royal Albert Hall and shit like that too. So they pretty much had one side, they have like a mixture of live performances and a few studio tracks and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So it was marketed as like a final album. Hell, even the album cover, you can tell these motherfuckers were so much in the quick to just get away from each other and shit like that. Like, anyway, fuck it. This album only had like one single, "Badge," which was co-written with Eric Clapton and George Harrison of the Beatles. Right after Eric Clapton stole George Harrison's wife. Yeah, look it up. Um, yeah, man. As far as live performances go, this was actually not a bad. I mean, I like the version of "Sitting on Top of the World." I like their version of "I'm So Glad." You know what I'm saying? I wish I want to say they have the version of Crossroads, the live version of Crossroads on the Wheels of Fire album, which to me that's actually my favorite album that they've ever done. I wanted to get that album, but Bills called my name and saw this fucking album, so I was just like, you know what? At least I have a clean album in my collection. So expect a review on this one day. Now I'm about to go back to the Black people. This is a neo soul classic. I'm so glad I got this out of my collection. Um, I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna say that whenever I think of this album, it makes me want to take a long walk and stuff like that too. I always like to show people the way when I listen to this album and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know who this person is, I don't know what to tell you. It's Jill Scott. Who is Jill Scott? Words and Sounds Volume 1.
Classic right there.
Classic. One of the greatest neo soul albums in the history and shit like that too. And this was another Edward McKay purchase and shit. One of my all-time favorite albums from 2000. You know, this is known for songs like "Love Rain," "Getting in the Rain," "A Long Walk." That was like a big song. 2000, 2001. "The Way." Um, "He Loves Me." That was not a single, but it got a few radio airplay. I mean, it actually scratched that. It was a single when she did her live album, Experience with Jill Scott, 826 Plus. And that actually got her a Grammy nomination for Best R&B Vocal Performance at the 2003 Grammy Awards and shit like that. Yeah, man, this is a very dope album. I love this fucking album to death and shit too. Her first two albums are my favorites and stuff. I need to get my hands on some more Jill Scott. So, and I'm expect a review very soon on this one. That's all I gotta say.
Santana collapsed on stage.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Hope he's okay.
You know we gotta do some reviews before you drop dead.
So what?
So you gotta do some reviews on Santana before you croak.
Chill. You might.
Uh, so this next one, um, this is a movie that not a lot of people talk about, and this stars Denzel Washington. And I don't think this is like his memorable movie, but it kind of has that vibe of what is oh god, I keep forgetting it. Keep forgetting this movie. It stars Wesley Snipes, where he was going out with this white chick.
Oh, Jungle Fever.
Yeah, Jungle Fever. So it kind of has that vibe. It is called Mississippi Masala,
That was good.
I never heard
and
of that.
That was good. Good
y-
movie.
it's I've heard of it. It's I don't think a lot of people
Hmm.
like know about this movie. I don't think a lot of people talk about this movie at all. It's like one of those movies that you forget like Denzel Washington was even in.
He was dating like an Indian chick in that film.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. But I saw like bits and pieces of it, and it looked kind of promising. I didn't know this was on Blu-ray, and I got this 50% off at Barnes and Noble. They have like a 50% off sale for all their Criterion collection and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna probably maybe review it, but I like I like Jungle Fever, so I'm like, you know what? I might as well just go ahead and get this.
She got
But
junk fever.
Classic
like,
soundtrack. Come on, Red. Why we didn't discuss that soundtrack yet?
I don't have a soundtrack. And
You
you
ain't.
know,
Well, I got
nah,
it.
you know me. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
You didn't tell me you got it.
I've been had it.
Oh shit. Let's talk about that shit. Okay, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Cause
no, man.
I got Stevie's the rest of Stevie's '80s collection minus the Women in Red too. So we can.
Okay.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie, that soundtrack of that movie, I ain't gonna lie, that
Yeah,
it's a pretty excellent soundtrack.
definitely.
Hey y'all. I'm gonna check the AC right quick. I'm gonna come right back. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. That's the last Stevie album that I enjoyed was the soundtrack of Jungle Fever.
Yeah. No, this next one, I've never even heard of it, but I got it anyway because it's kind of promising.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is called Love Streams, and this one came out like in 1984. The only reason why I got it because John Cassavetes was in it and stuff like that, and I saw like the filmography, like I saw like the trailers and stuff. It looks promising, so
Right.
Mm-hmm.
that's basically the only reason why I got it and stuff. But yeah,
Dope.
Dope. All right. So got you. I got an R&B rarity right here. We talked about this album before. It's intro with their self-titled.
Yes, classic.
Yeah. Finally got my hands on this joint
Wel-
right here.
Welcome home, Reg. You're back on the, the right side.
Yeah, yeah. For those who don't know, intro, they're an R&B group that consists of the late great Kenny Green, um, Eric Pruitt, Jeff Sanders, and Clinton Buddy White and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, pretty dope album and shit like that. They only dropped two records with one another. Singles album is known for. They did a version of Ribbon in the Sky, Come Inside, Let Me Be the One, Love Thing, Never Again was a single. Yeah,
Classic, classic.
very dope record. It's a fucking. I mean, you don't hear this album gets mentioned a lot compared to other ones and stuff like that too, especially coming from '93. But if y'all know about Mary J. Blige, you should know who Kenny Green is. That's all I got to say.
Yes. That album is phenomenal. We did a review on that 2 years ago on my channel.
Yep.
Great album.
All right. Shout out to my homeboy DJ. He got me this record right here. It's Big Crit with Live from the Underground. You know what I'm
Fire.
saying?
Big
Yeah.
Crit. How come people don't mention his name?
Because he's a southern rapper that doesn't talk about
You
the
gotta you gotta
materialistic
talk about
bullshit.
some Crit albums.
Yep. I think I said I got Catalactica too
I
because
have that one on
he hooked me
CD.
up with a copy of Catalactica.
We should do that one.
This, yeah, this is actually his debut studio album.
Dope.
He had dropped a few mixtapes before, like most notably Forever and a Day.
Yeah. Classic mixtape.
um, yeah, very classic. Yep. This album got singles like Money on the Floor, I Got This, Yeah That's Me, and What You Mean. I mean, this is definitely a southern album to the fullest and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Very dope album. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to talk about this album in the future and shit too. And he produced the whole of this album too. So
Yes.
that should
Dope
tell you
producer.
something.
Dope producer.
All right, so I got about 4 albums left, all vinyls. Just to let y'all know how many albums, how much stuff you got left, Mike.
I got about yeah these next two. That's gonna be my last.
Okay, cool, cool. I'm just gonna let you do yours. I'm gonna do the 4 vinyls left and shit.
All right, for sure. All right, there's these last two. One of them. This is one of my favorite movies. It's called A Quiet Place.
Classic.
I have a
Yeah,
quiet.
I love
I
that.
have a Quiet Place one and a Quiet Place two.
Hmm.
I love part two. That shit was fire.
It was more action in part two.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
I strongly agree. Part two I think is way better than the first one,
yeah.
but the only reason why I got the first one is because I like the quietness of the first one. I like the tension of this one. The second one, yeah, like you guys mentioned, it has more action and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, this is a must own in your collection if you like horror movies and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, like when I first saw this movie, I probably jumped out of my seat probably once or twice.
That's a good horror film when the jump scares scare you.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, great cast, great acting, and I don't think it's a horror movie like this has been really done before.
Right.
Now,
All right.
this next, you said
Oh,
what?
go ahead. Oh, no, I said go ahead.
This next one, this last one, it is a spin-off to Happy Days, and I'm curious of seeing this. I've heard mixed things about this. It is Joni Loves Chachi,
Oh God.
Never watched it.
complete series.
Wow.
Oh God.
Why did I
Oh.
get why did I get this? Well, it was $7.
Eh.
Yep. And two, I'm curious to see why is this show so bad?
Wow.
I mean, I can kind of see. I mean, like they were good in Happy Days. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, but at the same time, to have their own spin-off.
Yeah, that wasn't needed. That wasn't needed.
Okay,
To be.
so remember, like it was an episode of Married with Children, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And Matt LeBlanc, and then like the guy who played his dad or whatever, like they had their like standalone episode before they came out with the spinoff.
Top of the heat. Yep.
Top of the Heat, yeah. So to me, like it's kind of like I'm not gonna say it's kind of like that, but that's what this like kind of reminds me of. You know what I mean? It's like like some stuff like shouldn't be like spin-offs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like I said, I'm curious to see what this show is what Jody Loves Chachi is about. I mean, I got it for that cheap, so I'm like, all right, fuck it, I might as well just go ahead and get it.
Honestly, I watched the first episode of Joni Loves Chachi, and I was like, it's
It ain't
it
it.
does.
It ain't it.
There's been worse spinoffs,
Right.
Oh Lord.
but yeah, we like Top of the Heat is definitely one of them and shit. But the thing I didn't like about I never was a big Chachi Scott Baio fan and
Me
stuff
neither.
like that. I
It
never
was
saw
all
the
about the
appeal for
fawns.
Chachi.
It was all about the fawns.
It was all about the Fonz and shit. And by that time they
Right.
made the Fonz a pussy by that
Yeah.
time and shit too. So I'm just like, and that was at the time when Happy Days was just really going down in popularity. I was like, this is the best y'all can come up with. Joni Loves Chachi.
Right.
Y'all do know why Happy Days was very popular in Italy, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Why,
okay.
why,
All
why
right.
was it popular in Italy?
Because Chachi means big dick in Italy.
Oh.
Lord, Lord.
Did he really sleep with her? Did they really sleep in real life or no?
They dated in real life, yeah,
They did in real life. Yeah, it looked
Oh
yeah,
like it. You
wow.
could tell. You could tell.
yeah. But rest in peace, Aaron Miranda. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
All right, these last four albums, man. These last four albums. I got R&B, I got jazz, man. Let's hit it. So this R&B group, a lot of people had some asked me to do reviews on these guys. I said I wanted to get a particular album before I started reviewing on these motherfuckers. It's the OJ's with Survival. I showed y'all this a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
This came out in 1975. Gamble and Huff produced this shit right here. Probably next to Family Reunion, my favorite album they've ever done. 1975 was a good year for them and shit too. I love Give the People What They Want, Let Me Make Love to You, How Time Flies. I love the Soul Train performance of that shit too. You know what I'm saying? This album to me, very dope album and shit like that too. I love it. I gotta go to my Prince has and shit like that. This artist signed to Prince's label and stuff like that too. She was part of a very influential soul/gospel group. It's Mavis Staples with her first album. Wait, is this her first album? Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Not her first album. This is actually her fourth album. Her first album on Paisley Park. This was Time Waits for No One. This came out in 1989. You guys should know who Mavis Staples is. She was one fourth of the Staple Singers. Let's do it in the morning. That shit like there, you know what I'm saying? She went solo around this time too, and somehow, some way, she got she got into Prince's circle and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Oh damn, I didn't know she was the last surviving member of the Staple Singers. Oh wow, okay, that's crazy. Okay, so yeah, she got into Prince's circle. I think Prince was like a fan of her music, and Prince had that gospel edge in mask of the whole sexual androgynous kind of ordeal and shit like that, whatever. And so, honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I got this when I was at that convention, and this was like a blind buy and whatnot. But at the same time, too, I heard the album when I got it. Not a bad album, pretty dope album and shit. It definitely is the best of both worlds. It got some of if you like what Prince was doing, like the Love Sexy era, kind of, you guys will like this album and shit. It came out with what was the singles? Wikipedia. I swear to God, yo. Singles. 20th Century Express, Jaguar, Time Waits for No One, and Christmas Vacation. Wait, yeah. Pretty cool album. I've never really heard a lot of her solo stuff. I know she did a song on Prince's Graffiti Bridge soundtrack called Melody Cool and whatnot too, and stuff like that. And she did do another album from the Paisley Park called The Voice, which I've heard a lot of people say that they did like that app, they did like that song. So I mean that like that album and shit too. So yeah, man. Out of Print. If you guys want to check it out, make sure y'all find it.
I'll take you there.
Now these last two albums, y'all gonna be mad at me when I got this shit. Y'all gonna be mad.
See, you just buy
Boy.
shit so that you can piss us off.
No, I mean mad because y'all gonna be envious
I
of what
imagine
I
me
got.
buying the Nelly album just to piss Reggie off.
That's funny. That's funny, Nelly.
Oh man.
All right, I got Roy Ayers with "Everybody Loves the Sunshine."
Yes.
Y'all mad at me about this? Y'all mad at me about this and shit?
Fire.
Finally got my hands on this record, still sealed up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, Roy Ayers, one of my favorite jazz artists of all time. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows the title track. It's been sampled by a lot of people from Brand Nubian, Mary J. Blige, Master Ace, which that was actually my introduction That was actually my introduction to
on this
that
joint.
track and shit like that too. When he did that for Turn It Up and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. Roy Ayers, he's been called like the Godfather of neo soul and shit too. You know, this was also known for songs like The Third Eye, um, Tongue Power, Golden Rod. A lot of cats sampled from this record as well. Definitely expect a review on this album when it comes to jazz reviews.
Yes.
Now the last album,
Yeah, that
this
was a
one
good
right
one.
here is. You said what?
That was a great album, Roy Ayers.
Hmm. This is a soundtrack. I don't think a lot of people know that this soundtrack came out. It's a jazz album. Some of y'all might be mad at me. Some of y'all might be surprised, but let's do a little drum roll.
What you got, Chicago?
It's Hey Arnold, the music volume one.
Hey Arnold. Oh my lord.
Wow.
What?
This was the holy grail. This was a surprise album I've been saving.
You were
Hey
saving your
Arnold
money
soundtrack.
for that?
Yeah, I got this for like $50. This
I,
shit.
I think your credit card need to be frozen, yo. You need to
Whoa. Okay.
freeze your credit card.
Okay. Hold on. Before we start, before I even get started, let me just say something. Let me say something. Hey Arnold, y'all should know. Hey Arnold, one of the greatest Nicktoons ever, in my personal opinion. I know Try don't like Nicktoons like that, so
No. I like the
um,
80s ones, the 80s Nicktoons.
you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that. This came out in
Wow.
2020, and it has like it's like the soundtrack score to like all the sound in this fucking show. And I'm just gonna be real with y'all. This show and Taxi really got me into jazz music and shit too.
Hey Arnold got you into jazz music.
Well, let me explain. Let me explain. Let me explain, please. So when I was little, right, one thing I always used to pay attention was background music and shit. And Taxi had that ill background score by Bob Jing. We're gonna talk. I mentioned Taxi so many times on this. I can't wait for this
Yeah,
breakdown and
you
shit.
did.
And Hey Arnold had a strictly jazzy score, like a jazz score. It just the sound, because you know when you hear cartoons, the score is like a lot of happy dappy kind of ordeal. It's like Rugrats, for instance. Especially like when the Rugrats came back post '94, the background music was like all happy dappy. Like you walking down, you see the fucking sun had a fucking face on that shit. Hey Arnold's jazz, it was like more jazzy, more avant garde. Like it had like a very city feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Love this fucking show. You know what I'm saying? All my Nicktoons heads, y'all better know about this fucking show. But every time people think Nicktoons, they always think SpongeBob and shit too. You know what I'm saying? But
I
Hey
do.
Arnold, the music volume one, this is definitely all my TV heads. Y'all should get this fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's still sealed up too. So
Don't open
yeah. And that's all the albums I got in my collection.
it. My lord.
That was some dope pickups, y'all. This was fun.
It was okay.
I'm gonna stay on for like another 5 minutes while I pack the rest of my shit. But I was gonna let y'all know, Mo Better Blues is gonna be midnight tomorrow and shit. I didn't even have a chance to watch the movie yet.
A great film.
Bet.
And Taxi is gonna be next Sunday at 11 p.m. and shit.
I'm gonna get there late.
You said what?
So I'm gonna show up late.
So you mean you never liked Hey Arnold, try?
No,
Oh my god.
I wasn't watching Nick at that point. It was all 80s for me. If it wasn't Count Duckula or you can't do that on television, I wasn't watching too much Nickelodeon in the 90s. I think Ren and Stimpy might be like the only thing I watched on there.
And I need to get the soundtrack to that fucking show too. But yeah, that might be the most expensive I ever bought a vinyl for and shit. I've been saving that
That
for months.
That Hey Arnold soundtrack is
Yeah,
the most expensive. What the fuck?
yeah, more expensive than the Prince's Black album.
Wow. For what?
Wow.
Why is it more expensive like that?
That's a good question, Troy.
You said that Hey Arnold cost you like $50, you said?
On Discogs, yep.
Wow.
For that? Holy shit.
Oh, oh, it's a classic show and shit.
Wow.
Uh,
Mm.
Shit, that's what I just had to save my money and shit, boy.
mm,
Better whistle, Mariah Carey or Shantae Moore. Oh, definitely Mariah.
Better whistle note? I don't understand. What does that mean?
You mean falsetto?
You didn't say that. You said better whistle notes.
Reg, do you like the show Darkwing Duck? Yeah, I love Darkwing Duck. Let cat dangerous. Darkwing Duck. I think the next collection video might be either late October or late November. I gotta see. That might be the last one of the year and shit.
nice.
And you know what I hate about the collection videos? Putting all these albums in alphabetical order and shit. Ugh.
Oh Lord.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. Luckily, no albums fell out yet, so I'm good on that.
There you go.
Ronnie said, "Hey Arnold" over SpongeBob SquarePants. I can't get mad about that. I cannot get mad about that.
Did No Better Blues have controversy? No. For what?
That might be one of the few Spike Lee movies I did was not controversial and shit.
Ain't too much controversy you can have with a two-time in jazz player.
Right.
You know,
Love Supreme. A love supreme.
it was normal compared to everything else he dropped.
Thank God that
Famous
movie's on Hulu and shit.
famous song from Master Ace. Deep ass niggas.
First song from Master is. That's a good question. Mm. Probably Beautiful. I'm gonna go all. I like both Mariah and Shonda, but without the bow. Mariah, but without the Botox, they're looking more sexy now. I don't know what the fuck you saying, honestly.
What?
Mariah's always been beautiful, first of all. Shit. That motherfucker need to leave Mariah alone and shit. Fuck. Like save that for Megan.
Right?
Or Doja Cat or somebody.
Little Kim.
What the fuck is Lil Kim doing? It's like,
I don't know. What she doing? Who knows?
and it's,
It's gotten worse.
I don't know, man. Surgery, man. Just,
BJ, you up at this time? You know it's past your bedtime.
damn, BJ, I was just about to go
What's
off
up?
and shit.
You breaking curfew. How dare you? We didn't slander your God Puff Daddy today.
Thank God, I got tired of talking about Puff and shit.
Don't worry, I'm gonna mention him tomorrow.
Surgery ruined Kim's life and rapping. Hmm.
It wasn't the surgery.
What's the
I
dick?
think Biggie's death ruined her.
Right. But yeah, appreciate y'all for stopping by and shit like that. I'm about to actually end this off right here because I'm about to go and have me some funny fun. Um, so tomorrow is gonna be the Mo Better Blues breakdown at midnight and shit like that too. I'll definitely have to watch the movie throughout the day. I might not even do no deliveries tomorrow. Honestly, I'm gonna take me a little break. Um, what else? What else I got to talk about? What else I got to talk about? Oh yeah, the taxi breakdown is gonna be Sunday at 11 o'clock. And after taxi, I might take me a little break from doing reviews for like a couple of weeks and shit. Trying to get my shit together. I won't stop making videos. Just taking a break from doing reviews and
You
shit.
you want to take a break after taxi? How about you take one before taxi?
Chill out.
That's how you want to end. You want to end it off with taxi?
Oh Lord.
I mean, well, like I said,
What are we doing for the rest of the week? What's after tomorrow? We don't got nothing Friday and Saturday and
well, we still gotta pre-record the R&B albums of '97. I'm gonna do
right.
that this weekend
Okay.
and shit
So
like
there's
that.
nothing on Thursday and Friday.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I might come back doing reviews like later on this month or early August and shit. I just gotta take a break from YouTube and shit. I gotta take a break from YouTube shit. I mean, like I said, I'll still be doing live chats. I'll still be doing late night streams. I'll still be doing the Why the Beat. But when it comes to reviews, just trying to figure out what albums, what hours I gotta talk about and shit like that too. You know. Okay, I still want to do the Mary J. Blige double review with No More Drama and Love and Life. I still want to talk about Destiny's Child later on. Um, maybe Nelly's sweatsuit. I'm joking. I'm joking.
What?
I'm joking. I'm
I'm
joking.
gonna be late for that too.
God, God, take a joke. I'm
I'm,
joking.
I'm gonna have dinner when you're talking about that terrible double album.
Oh Lord.
Like well, Reggie's on.
Boy,
Oh, okay. Let me see what he's talking about.
boy, I don't like that album either. I was just joking. I ain't talking about that album either. And
Oh my
shit.
god.
I just want to see your reaction when I said that.
Yeah. Which
But
decade of
yeah,
music do you own mostly?
I mean, would you rather talk about this album?
All decades. I'd rather not talk about that at all. You know,
For real, they got like 50 songs on this one. I ain't gonna talk about it.
50 songs.
How
Holy shit.
much?
Yeah, like
50.
hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3,
Oh
4,
no.
5, 6,
What?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39 songs. So
What the fuck?
Wow.
shit, and it's all mine and shit. Shit, all mine.
Lord.
But
Mm.
yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this video and shit like that too. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Shout out to
All
Try,
right.
shout out to Mike. I'll see y'all tomorrow and
All
shit.
right, Mike.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks. Yeah.